That's a good segue into sharing a little bit of perspective because, and listen, I'm not going to pick on YouTubers. I don't want to just pick on YouTubers. It's bloggers and websites and the list goes on and on and on.
Hey, we love YouTube, by the way.
We do love YouTube. Yeah. And we love many YouTubers as well. And the thing is, as an entrepreneur, and of course, remember, these end of month meetings are largely based on helping you develop your entrepreneurial skills. Well, all entrepreneurs are challenged. There is never a circumstance where any entrepreneur has gone from their start to their ultimate success without receiving more challenges that they could probably count. And those are the things that harden you. Those are the things that really help you develop your mettle as a business person. And so one of the things that you do need to understand when you're watching reviews of anything, it could be a review of you, is that fear and negativity is ultimately an income source for individuals that make money online, blogging or vlogging or social media or websites or this. And honestly, it's no different than your local news. And I'm not being critical of local news either. Local news has been doing this for decades. The fact of the matter, and social psychologists will tell you, is that we will do more to avoid pain than we will do to gain pleasure. It's a sad, sad fact. And it's one of the things that holds people back from success. The fact that we will do more to avoid pain than we will do to gain pleasure. Now, for those of you, and the reason that we're going through Think and Grow Rich, for those of you who get very, very clear on your objectives and why you want those objectives, why you want those goals, well, there's a switch that can happen where you'll do more to propel yourself forward, and pain is just a part of the process and you can handle it. But you do need to understand there's also a sick fascination with humans who slow down and watch car wrecks on the side of the road. That's how money is made when it comes to negativity and fear in media. It's just part of the process. So let's talk a little bit about corporate team transparency. If we were looking to create a money game for ourselves, as an example, first of all, mathematically, CFX would have had to have closed many, many months ago, because the more sensitive, the more aware that the general public becomes in regards to potential risk in online businesses, the higher the frequency that those participants start making withdrawals. And this is why you see so many games being played with money games, where they give members an incentive to keep funds in a system, turn those funds over, pay for other members, as we were just talking about, pay for other members to join the platform. And the other thing is where you'll see companies start to offer their own cryptocurrency. So these are the types of behaviors you're going to see in temporary programs that are looking to not only take your initial deposit, but they want all of your earnings as well. And so they're going to offer very significant incentives for you to send your earnings to them as well. Now, one of the things that you will often see as a common denominator with all of those platforms is that you never get to know who the owners of the platform are. If they're Chinese-based, generally they're very smart and they'll have a COO, they'll have maybe some sort of marketing director, some sort of communications director, but these people unfortunately are often fall guys and end up taking a hit for unidentifiable money owners behind the platform. So we talk a little bit about corporate team transparency with CFX. When members ask me, you normally would never have access to Huascar, for example, or Edwin. I know that many of you have met them in person. Some of you have been to their homes. Most of you are going to have an opportunity to meet them in person again, because if you recall, and I say this every single Monday and Friday, CFX was always meant to be a live events company. And we're going to get back to there. That was always the intention. So all of you will have opportunities to tour corporate offices. And Huascar has an announcement, a little update on that, I think, later on as well. All of you will have an opportunity to come have dinner with the founders and key members of the corporate staff if you choose to take those opportunities in the future. This is something that money games just don't do. They can't take the risk because they want to end up in Fiji with your loot, and they don't want to be bothered by you. The other
It's
thing
important.
is, sorry?
Yeah, no, I said that it's important to understand what the purpose and where the company coming from, you know? And we always here facing our community, pushing our business, working tirelessly. So that's one of the things that scammers don't do. We have open faces, open house, open social, personal media, and events like this, online events, and very open-minded, and we're very reachable people. So this is something that you guys that are new members in our family and CFX family, and that you are building. And there is something that I wanted to talk to you about, your set of mind and the things that surround us, and how you allowed information into your brain affect you or push you up. So I just wanted to add that, John.
Absolutely. In fact, I think we're done with this slide. I know for many of you, though, because a lot of leaders are reaching out to me and they're reaching out to others in the company, and it's new members that don't have quite as much experience. Perhaps their skin isn't quite as thick, and they will see companies fail, companies that perhaps they're also a member of in addition to CFX, or perhaps companies that friends were in and really proclaiming this to be a fantastic opportunity for them, only to have those platforms fail. And one very large one failed just this past week.
Yeah.
And so when these things happen, we know that it just adds tension to the mindset of many people that are new to this space. And we understand why, but you also need to understand there's a very, very significant difference in the behavior of the founders of this platform versus the behavior of the founders in most platforms, including the one that just went down. No one knows who those owners are. They don't know what part of the world they're from. The company had a representation for corporate, and they had a marketing person liaison, and that was it. And so when there was scheduled events and no one showed up to that event other than the leaders of the company, who do they turn to? They can't turn to anyone because no one knows who the owners are. That's typically how those platforms run. So we just wanted to take a couple of minutes during this presentation and make you just a little bit more sensitive and aware of that.
I want to add one last thing, John, regarding this. And I know people get anxious, especially the one less experienced one. It's incredible how to process those comments on social media from members of CFX. Probably they don't even are members, but some of them, they are, They have 1 week waiting for a withdrawal. They have 3 days, 4 days waiting for a withdrawal, and they slant to our social media staff. They are doing a wonderful and amazing job. And I just see these type of things, in my phone, people mocking of this information. And, we just kindly ask you to have some respect with people working behind social media. They are just like you. They are, they have feelings. They are, flesh and blood. They are breathing like you. And I don't think you need to be rude or, talk this way. And I'm going to tell you something, we are not here to take actions against members doing this, but I think we're going to come up with something in order to have some respect about doing those type of things in social media. We're not kids, and you're running a personal business. And I think if you don't want to respect us as a company, as a community, you should respect the people working behind there, because they are people like you. They have to deal with you, and they do it with the best intentions and with the best attitude. So I think us as a company, we're going to take some, John, I think we need to take some actions against some of the people. They are rude and they are, ruthless. with those members in social media. I just want to add that because
I
it
think
really
it's worth adding.
bothers, not because they say something about us and the company, because anybody can say whatever they want, because at the end of the day, time don't lie. I told you guys since the beginning, I can show up here, I can face you here, but time won't forgive me. Time won't lie to me. If I don't deliver, if I'm here facing you talking one thing, time will take my face off, right? Time don't lie. It's recorded. We are here in YouTube. So if you don't want to respect us or the company that provide you with an opportunity, at least respect some members in the social media ladies. They are with the greatest spirit answering you and making the best of your day. I just
By the
wanted
way,
to say
these
that.
these people that are behind the scenes, they all have marketing degrees, are social media experts. These are very skilled people and they take their job very seriously. If you all had a chance to meet them, and many of you will if you come to live events, you would really think twice before sending certain messages, because they're all very, very sweet. They take their job seriously and they really try to make sure that every person has a voice that's heard and their questions are answered.